On the latest episode of Love Island All Stars, we see the continuation of the aftermath of the Shady Challenge, where the couples had to attach a negative statement to a particular couple, with the main focus being on Harriet and Casey's fallout. And basically, when they were arguing and Harriet told him to shut his fucking mouth. Obviously, that was very rude. Casey wants an apology. Harriet basically thinks that it's not that deep, and they go back and forth on this apology. Harriet eventually apologizes, but it still kind of seems up in the air whether this has all been forgiven and whether Harriet was sincere in her apology. Personally, I don't think Harriet was sincere in her apology, but I also don't think the situation was that deep to drag on, especially considering that Casey does say out of pocket stuff. Like, it's giving very much dish, but you can't take. So Harriet and Casey have this animosity between them now, but the animosity with Harriet extends now to Luca. So they've known each other and been friends with each other for like 10 plus years. Like, it's giving like old school friends. And basically, throughout Casey and Harriet's back and forth, he's laughing, he's making jokes, he's taking the piss, and he's chatting shit about Harriet. And Harriet feels the type of way about it because she feels like, where is the loyalty? Like, why didn't you back me? Like, yes, what I did was wrong, but why didn't you back me? And on top of that, okay, you don't have to back me, but then why chat shit about me? Why are you laughing and making jokes? Like, I don't like it. And she basically says that she's looking off the friendship now, and she's just looking at Luca differently now. And personally, I think Harriet is very entitled. I think she's a spoiled brat. But I agree with her on her assessment of Luca. Luca is not a good friend. Luca is very selfish and he's only looking for number one. When it comes down to it, he's going to snake you and he's going to chat shit about you. Look how he snitched on Scott. And look how easy it was to throw Harriet under the bus. I would totally understand if he didn't want to get involved in the conversation period, aka like not defend her. But the way that he was laughing, the way that he was chatting shit, that ain't your friend. Luca moves very weird. And he definitely gives the energy of like when he's around his boys, he will make fun of his girlfriends. That's the energy he gives. But I got to hear your thoughts on the whole Harriet, Casey plus Luca situation. Do you feel like Casey was doing too much to drag it on? Or do you feel like Harriet should have been more sincere with her apology, toned it down a little bit, because she was very much like, it's not that deep. Like, okay, sorry. Here's your sorry, since she begged for it. What did you think about that? What do you think about this Luca situation? Her basically saying that she doesn't think Luca is a good friend. Do you feel like it's just deflection, projection? Or do you feel like she has a point there? I gotta hear from you guys.